Hey everybody, GT Cam here once again. I thought I would finally do the part 2 of the 1/4" ratchet series. I've included a couple of bit ratchets in this. I think I've got everything here. I apologize if I cover something I already covered. Anyway, so what I've got here on the far left is something I mentioned the other day. This is just a Duralast round head. It's probably a 36 tooth. A lot of drag, but its saving grace is it was what was handy at the auto parts store the day I needed it. So it's kind of earned itself a little place. Next to that, we have the 1/4" Milwaukee. These are a little, I don't really know how to put it. It's a nice enough ratchet. I really actually kind of like the 1/4". I like the compact size. Well, the drag is fairly light on it. It's 90 tooth. It's a nice ratchet, and they've earned they're earning a reputation for being a fairly strong unit. From there, we got this little Facom. It's got a very similar mechanism to the Craftsman V series when you look at the back side, which makes sense since they're owned by the same company. It's a little thinner in the head, a little narrower in the head. It's kind of head heavy though. If you look at this, see if I can get this on camera. Look at where the balance point on that is, because I'm pretty sure that this handle ends like somewhere around, or the metal ends up somewhere around there. Craftsman V series is kind of a chunky boy for what it is. Given the choice between it and the Icon, the Icon's a little bit stiff. Actually, it's a lot stiff in the drag, but it's more comfortable in the hand. And let's compare the dimensions. So this way, they're pretty similar, but look at the difference in the thickness of the head. Like, that's ridiculous. Anyway, not a big fan of that Craftsman V series. Couple of, that should die. Anyway, so I've got a couple of Titans here. One's at a Bit Ratchet, the other's a actual ratchet. They're funky. I know some people really like these little things. To me, they're more of a novelty and a curio. And that got me to thinking today that, as for all these little bit ratchet things, I really like all the function that this one has. This is the Icon, which I think is made by Stanley Black & Decker, quite honestly, because I believe Vim has something. Presticycle or something has one. There's a couple out there. And I think it exists under Facom or USAG as well. And it's pretty cool because you line up these little notches here with that little white dot there, and now you've got a T-handle. And that's kind of cool. You can put an insert in there if you need to. You got that for an insert there if you need an extension or something. It's just a really neat little tool. So there you go with it set up as an extension. I could take, oh, that's a bummer. I don't have one handy. Oh, hey, there we go. We will take this adapter from over here and we'll just grab any old socket. And now I've got an effective ratchet. Yeah, it's a Milwaukee socket and extension. Sue me. Anyway, overall, it's a nifty unit for what it is. But the problem is that it comes as a bit kit in this thing. Yeah, that's a whole other discussion. Anyway, so that's a roundup of the 1/4" ratchets I have most of on hand. I have a couple of crescents as well. They're just not handy at this point in time. They're in another building. So with that in mind, I'll drop some links for them if you guys have any interest in them. And if it's a kit, I'll throw that in there. I'll throw links to a couple of the Presticycle versions of this. They have a fixed head version, I think. I think Vim has a version of this as well. But overall, oh, I almost forgot one. I'm sorry. What I've got here, and this thing is kind of stupidly tiny and cute. This is a Tona RH2CHS. It's their compact head stubby 1/4-inch ratchet. To put that in perspective, remember the 10mm. So there it is next to a Quinn 10mm deep socket. For the fun of it, let's just go ahead and put that socket on there, so you guys can kind of see that. That's actually a neat ratchet. Light drag, 72 teeth, may or may not be made in China or in Japan, excuse me. Some of their ratchets say Japan, some of them don't, so it's hard to say. But it's a neat little ratchet, and for most of the Tona stuff, if you can get it straight from Amazon Japan, the prices aren't bad at all, especially in light of some of the other stuff we have. I should go through and cover some of the Tona ratchets. I've got several of them. And you can tell also that it's got a different finish. It's more of a satin chrome. So anyway, that's the 1/4-inch ratchets. That pretty well concludes them. Yeah, and the icon was a new one, as I'm sure some of you already know. So anyway, I'll drop some links down below if you guys are interested. That's cool. If not, that's fine too. Or if you just want to go looky-loo, that's kind of fun. You can go down a deep freaking rabbit hole. So, with that in mind, y'all have a great evening. GT Cam out.